Hello and welcome to Spartan Field, where the Connersville Spartans are at home tonight taking on the Rushville Lions in the annual War on 44, a clash that happens every year. The Lions walked away with a big win last year in Rushville when they topped Connersville 52-28. The Spartans are looking to take back that trophy and the bragging rights that come with the win tonight. Along with Andrew Neely, I'm Clint Brown, and this is Spartan Football on TV3, brought to you by our friends at Wilson, Lawson, Meyer, and Auto Insurance. We'll be back in 1 minute with the pregame show.
Searching for a loan, a line of credit, or just a safe place for your money? Union Savings and Loan has you covered with great loan and deposit rates, local loan approvals, and the friendliest service in town. Even when you're on the go, you can transfer money or make payments with ease with USLA's mobile banking app. For 130 years, we have taken pride in being your hometown bank. Union Savings and Loan, the bank that begins with you. Visit uslabank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency is dedicated to protecting you and your family at a price you can afford. Wilson Lawson Myers are licensed insurance professionals striving to be your agency of choice. Wilson Lawson Myers is an independent agency representing numerous companies for all your needs. Finding the right insurance begins with finding the right agency. That is Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency at 521 Central Avenue in Connersville. Phone 825-5111.
All right, and welcome back to Spartan Field. We are here tonight. This is a pregame show that's brought to you by Union Savings and Loan, Connersville's hometown bank since 1892. I'm here with Andrew Neely, and we are talking about the War on 44. Andrew, what are you looking for tonight?
It's going to be a tough game here. Rushville's got a good team this year. Both teams coming in at 2-2 right now, and both coming off a loss last week. Rushville lost to East Central 49-13 last week, and Connersville lost to South Dearborn 41-0. So they're both trying to bounce back this week and looking to get a big win coming off of last week. War on 44 is a big rivalry between Connersville and Rushville, so it's an important game for us.
Absolutely, and you got to think, not only do they have the drive that comes with both coming off defeats last week, but this is a big game. This is bragging rights. They're right down the road from us. Both teams love this because they get the floating trophy, and they also get to brag about it for a whole year. So, this game has a little bit more implication than just a win or loss in the score column. And you got to think both teams are going to come out physical tonight. Connersville's, this is homecoming weekend. Let's not forget that.
Yep.
So Connersville's got a lot to play for tonight. There's a big crowd here. Rushville traveled well tonight. But the stands on this side of the stadium, they are just packed full. So It's going to be an exciting night here at Spartan Field. What do you think are some keys tonight for the Spartans to do to walk out of here with a win?
Just got to play disciplined. We got a young squad, got a lot of young guys, underclassmen getting a lot of reps. So it's just about showing up every week and getting better and doing the things that we need to do to get a win here tonight.
Okay. We're going to pause right here. We're going to recognize the flag, and we'll be back with you after the playing of the national anthem. All right, Connersville Band did a fantastic job with the national anthem. So likewise tonight, what do you want to see from Rushville? What do you think they need to do to walk out of here with a win?
Yeah, Rushville, they've been pretty tough this year. They just need to just keep playing tough football the way they've been playing. From what I hear, they've given up a lot of pass yards the last couple weeks. So I think to bounce back this week, they need to do well in against the pass game on the defense and try to limit Connorsville to fewer yards than they've been giving up the last couple weeks.
I agree. So I talked to some coaching staff from Franklin County where Rushville came out with a close win against Franklin County. I believe the score of that was 30-27, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And the Rushville coaching staff that I spoke with, the Franklin County coaching staff, they said Rushville plays a physical brand of football.
Yep, they do.
So probably going to be some big hits, some very tough play tonight. Everything that makes Friday Night Lights what's enjoyable here in Indiana.
Definitely. And just being the war on 44, that brings even another level of, intensity to the game too, because it's always a little more physical between these two rivals.
Absolutely. Weather couldn't be any more perfect. It's a nice temperature here. The sun's shining. The field's looking good. And we'll talk a little bit more. There's some incentive and ways that the public can help out, some improvements, and we'll talk about that as the show goes on. But looks like a great night here at Spartan Field. Crowd's there, temperature's there. This is what gets you excited in Friday night in fall season. It's time for football.
Yep, nothing better than Friday Night Lights.
Looking at what the Spartans are averaging a game in offense, they're coming in averaging 21.5 points scored per game, and their defense is averaging a points allowed of 30.5. So they're giving up a little bit more than they're putting on the board. I think we need to watch that tonight, and I'm sure Coach Lynch has got the defense geared up like, hey, it starts in the trenches. You got to win there first, and we've seen some inconsistent line play, I think we can say, from Connorsville on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
But what we have seen is when their line play is good, they come out and put some points on the board and walk away with a win. So, we'll be watching that tightly tonight. I think the trenches fight is going to be one to watch.
Definitely. When you win the trenches, you're able to, control the clock and keep possession of the ball longer and the things you need to do to get wins.
Absolutely. So, looks like we are getting ready for kickoff. This has been the pregame show brought to you by Union Savings and Loan, Connorsville's hometown bank since 1892. We will be back with you in 30 seconds for kickoff.
I downloaded my Read app so I could see my test results.
My Read app lets me schedule appointments on my phone without having to call an office.
I'm busy, so getting notifications from my Read app that my prescription renewals were sent saves me time.
I can find wait times for urgent care on my Read app.
I get my health my way on my Read app. Download it today.
Back just in time for kickoff. Connorsville has elected to receive, and in the backfield waiting for the kick is Micah Buchanan and Kingston O'Toole. We've seen a big run back from Kingston down in Franklin County.
Yeah.
Gap opened wide, and he didn't waste any time getting through it and right to the end zone.
Yeah, we got great speed back there. Both guys can break one out right now, and it'll be a good way to start the game, get a big run back here.
Absolutely. They're going to be receiving the ball with the sun in their eyes. And here we go. Game's underway. Kingston's going to take it back at the 10. Cuts across the field, and a shoestring tackle brings him down right at the 21. So Connorsville's offense is going to take over at the 21-yard line.
It was a good open field tackle by the Rushville kick team.
Yeah, they did. I watched their formation in the kick, and not traditional. They had some movement laterally there. So
that's popular these days. There's a lot of movement on kickoff.
Yeah.
You'll notice that.
All right, and Connorsville comes out of the huddle. Got Micah in the backfield. Looks like they're in a strong I formation to start. It's going to be a handoff to the fullback. He goes up the middle, maybe a gain of one, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got too much there.
Didn't get much movement. Hopefully we can fire off the ball a little bit here.
All right. Like we said, the line fight up front, right there in the trenches, it's going to be up to that offensive line to make some lanes and move some bodies here.
Definitely.
Looks like we're going I again. It's going to be a handoff to Micah. He gets about a gain of, I think he's going right back at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
So not what you want to see off your first two plays. We'll see what Coach Lynch does on a 3rd and 10 here. And give credit to Rushville's defense. Their run defense, they've been right up the middle, stopping that run.
Yep, looking tough up front right now.
Spartans break the huddle. Still at the 21-yard line. Looking at a long 3rd and 10. They're out in I formation again. It's going to be a pitch to the left, and he's going to be brought down behind the line. Looks like it lost maybe 1 or 2 there.
Rushville's defense is stifling right now. So
yeah, Rushville's doing a great job against the run, and punt units coming out for Connorsville.
Quick first drive.
Yeah, and you as an offense, you hate that your first possession is a 3 and out. But that's the nature of it, You got to think these teams probably came into this game with some sort of a script for, hey, first 10 plays, we want to try to accomplish this. And it looked like Rushville was just a step ahead right there.
Yep.
Snaps back and kick is away. It's a short kick.
Good bounce.
Does take a Connorsville bounce. Will be touched down at the Rushville 42. So Rushville's got good starting field position.
Yep, hopefully we can toughen up right here and keep them from getting the short field.
All right, we'll see what Connorsville's defense does here coming out. Like we said, they're giving up 30.5 points a game, so we definitely want to make sure we're paying attention on this side of the ball. And you'd love to see them turn around and get a 3 and out on Rushville.
Absolutely.
Rushville's lined up with a single back. There's a pitch left, and he's out to the left. Looks like he gained 4 or 5 yards there.
Good job stretching it out of bounds there, not letting them break it loose.
That was number 15, Quinn Barrett.
Good run, opening run for Rushville, though.
Positive yardage, right?
Yep.
You'll take any positive yardage play. So we are looking at 2nd and 5. Ball on the Rushville 35-yard line. Here's their second play from the line of scrimmage. Showing trips right, single back, play action. Quarterback drops back, and the underneath is open. He hits the check down. That is number 11, Braden Wilson.
It's a one-handed catch.
One-handed catch, and he makes it down to the 15. When you draw up play action, that's exactly what they look like on the paper, ain't it? Almost looked like a draw. They let the line get back, and quarterback just had a great little lob right over the line.
Yep. Good start so far for the Rushville offense. Looks like they're lining up trips to the left.
Back in shotgun. It's going to be a screen to the wide receiver. That's number 17, Ralph Eakins. Looks like he's going to have a first down at the Rushville 3-yard line. Good mixture here. Rushville's mixed it up pretty good with the run and pass.
They have. Couldn't really ask for a better start for their offense.
So it's a 1st and 10 for Rushville. They're on their own 3-yard line. They're going to line up with 2 tailbacks. The quarterback, number 4, Nick Jarman, under center. He takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. It looks like he punched it in.
He did. Just got across.
I couldn't see what number it was, but it looked like a fullback. Took that handoff and took it to the right side and put 6 points on the board for Rushville.
Looks like they're going to go for 2, I think.
Yeah, the quarterback, Nick Jarman, is coming back in. And they're going to line up in a 3-back formation. Jarman's going to be under center. Oh, there's a shift. I wonder if they're going to get him for an illegal motion there. No, I think he's called encroachment on Connorsville.
I think so. Half the distance.
Well, the only thing that can make that situation worse is you give up half the yardage to the goal line,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, I think that shift there got him off guard.
I think it did. That's another thing you don't see too much, and we've not seen too much of this year. And Spartan football is shifts like that.
Yeah.
I'll see what Rushville does. They're out of the huddle. And they're back in that 3-back formation. Jarman is under center again. No shift, just a fullback handoff straight up the middle, and the 2-point conversion is going to be good.
Quick dive, it was open.
So with 8:14 left in the first quarter, Rushville takes the lead over Connorsville 8-0. We will be back with you in 30 seconds.
Whitewater Eye Center of Connorsville provides quality vision care for every member of your family. This includes routine eye care, treatment for eye diseases and injuries. Services that include glasses, frames for every budget, sunglasses, and contact lenses. Schedule an appointment today at 765-825-6000, located at 2045 Virginia Avenue. Complete vision care for every member of your family, yours at the Whitewater Eye Center, Connorsville. Where your vision is our focus.
Welcome back to Spartan Field, where Rushville just received the ball. They got the ball in their own 42, had a fantastic offensive possession and drive down, and they were able to put it in on the ground for 6, and then they got a 2-point conversion on top of that. So not the way you want to start for Connorsville with the 8-0 deficit, but nonetheless, here we are. Connorsville set to receive the ball. What did you see there, Andrew?
I think Rushville got it to go pretty much how they wanted it to at the beginning. They just executed all their plays that they ran on offense there, just drove it down the field and got ahead early in the game. Hopefully that Connorsville can bounce back here.
Yeah, I think, like we said, I didn't see any QB hurry, any Spartans in the backfield there. So
nope, they look pretty comfortable back there.
That fight up front, that fight in the trenches is what's going to make or break it.
Yep.
So Rushville's set to kick off the ball, and they do that. Kingston O'Toole is going to let it go into the end zone for a touchback. All right, we're going to reset here. Let's see what Connorsville's offense does. We talked about this in Franklin County, too. When you have a stall drive and you're not getting points on the board, at some point you got to go, hey, we're going to have to switch this up. And, the passing game isn't so dominant in high school football, but we've got the talent to do it. We've got some good receivers that are very athletic. So it'll be interesting to see if Coach Lynch takes the leashes off there and says, let's air it out.
Yep. That's one thing that Rushville's been susceptible to so far this year, too. So
yeah, that's a good point. It's going to be a pitch to the left.
Parker Flanagan.
Yeah,
good run on first down.
Parker with a 5-6 yard run there.
Oh, I'm sorry, that might have been no, that was Parker. Okay.
So we're looking at a 2nd forward, but hey, listen, that was the first positive game for Connorsville's offense.
Yep.
So sometimes you need that first drive, shake the jitters off, and figure out what you're doing out there. Connorsville out of the huddle. I formation again. They've been in I a lot tonight. There's a pitch to
Parker again. Our line, last couple plays, fired off the ball a lot better.
Absolutely.
Getting some movement up front.
Parker with 2 great carries there, getting the Spartans the first down.
First down of the game. That's the big one. Get things rolling.
Absolutely. You show them we can do it.
Yep.
Listen, we can come out and do it. Now that gives them some confidence to work off of. Connorsville's back out of the huddle. Going back into the I formation, it looks like. I've seen a lot of Ryland Keene under center tonight. Oh, some movement. Yep. It's going to be a neutral zone infraction on Rushville.
It's a good positive on first down. That'll be 1st and 5. Makes things a lot easier.
Yes, it does.
So good start to this drive so far.
And I didn't see any movement on Connersville's offensive line either. You know, it's good discipline.
Yep,
Nobody
it
jumped
is.
on it. And
Yeah, when you use that no count play to your advantage, it can really help.
Connersville is back out with 2 wide left in the I formation again. Keene is under center. It's going to be a handoff. Oh, fumble. Rushville recovered
got
it.
It's a big play for the Rushville defense to stop the momentum they had going on those first couple plays.
Yeah, and Flanagan was the one on the fumble there.
Yep.
And he had a couple great runs. It looked like there may have been a little trouble at the handoff there.
Yep, I think so. Maybe some miscommunication or just didn't get a grasp on it. He never fully had it, I don't think.
No, and nonetheless, Rushville's ball now on their own 40. Their offense looked pretty confident the first series.
Yep, starting about the same place, 2 yards forward from where they started the last drive.
Jarman is under center. They're in an I formation now with 2 wideouts. Going to be a handoff up the middle. That's number 15, Quinn Beretta on the carry. Up forward.
He brought in by Shear at the 36-yard line.
You know, I think what Connersville needs to do here is not let that be deflating. It's a turnover. Don't let that take you out of the rest of the game. Move on. Next play.
Got to get a big play to get the momentum back on your side.
Absolutely. A big defensive stop here, or a turnover here would be great for Connersville. Rushville's lined up with 2 backs, 2 wide out left. Going to be handoff to Barrett again on the right side, and he's got some room.
He's been busy so far.
He has. He made that up to the 25-yard line of Rushville, and that's going to be another Rushville first down. You know, I haven't coached football at a high school level, but I always wonder to myself, you know, in the NFL, you think they usually script out the first 25, 30 plays. I wonder if that's similar. And you coached at the junior high level, right?
Yep, I coach currently for the middle school, 8th grade defensive coordinator. We try to script about 10 at the middle school level.
Okay.
So they may do more here at high school, but
either way, you have a plan coming in. Like, this is what we want to establish early. There's a drop back and a pass by Jarman. Oh, and he's got him. He made the catch. They've not signaled the touchdown yet, but there is a flag on the play.
Might be coming back.
Waiting on the call from the official. Pass interference offense.
That was a big play for Connersville defense there.
Yes, it was.
Went from a touchdown to now a 1st and 20.
And you know, there was contact there and it got called. Great, but, you know, 11 still made a great catch. That was Braden Wilson.
Yeah.
But, you know, it makes it a little bit easier when you give yourself some space there to make it, too.
Yep.
So that moves the ball back to Rushville's 40. They're looking at a 1st and 10. It's going to be 1st and 25 from the 40. A little reverse action. Oh, and he's got the left side wide open.
Yeah, he popped right through there. There was nobody waiting.
That is number 1, Denver Campbell, on the reverse, and that's going to be 6 points for Rushville.
He got through that initial muck in the middle, and there was nothing waiting on the other side except the end zone.
Absolutely. So now Connersville finds himself at a 14-0 deficit, and that's seeing what Rushville's going to do here. We're going to kick the extra point.
Oh, looks like they're sending the quarterback again.
All right. It does appear they are going for 2 again. Jarman gets under center. He's got the 3-back formation again. There's a shift. Takes a snap. It's going to be a pitch left, and he's in. That is number 17, Ralph Eakins, on the 2-point conversion.
Don't even think he was touched there.
I don't think he was either. Rushville is up early and up big, 16-0 here at Spartan Field. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Are you thinking about buying or selling your home? Stay local and call Trish Smith at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. She will walk you through the process to make an easy transition and lead you to your dream home. Please contact Trish at 265-2663 to begin your journey today.
Welcome back to Spartan Field, where Rushville is taking an early and big lead on Connorsville, scoring 2 touchdowns and converting on 2 separate 2-point conversion attempts. Leaves them up 16-0 here. We are back with, it looks like Kingston and Micah in the backfield. Connorsville set to receive the ball.
Looks like they switched sides this time. Could use a big run back here.
Absolutely. And both of those players in the back have the athleticism to do just that.
They do. A little bit of space.
The kick is going to go to Kingston. He's going to field it at the 5. No, that's Parker.
Oh, it is. Yep, Parker Flanagan. Got about the 25, 26.
Okay, good return for Parker. Good to see him get his hands back on the ball after that fumble. And
maybe trying to instill some confidence back in him.
Yep.
Because he had those 2 good runs going before the fumble.
Connorsville comes out of the snap here, or out of the huddle, rather. Let's see. We're going to be back in the I formation.
Got the toss.
Keene pitches it to Parker on the right side. Ooh.
Broke a couple tackles.
It looked like it looked like it, but apparently they didn't see it down there. It may have been a face mask on the end of that.
Yeah. It looked close.
Those plays, they always, Parker ran about 20 yards there.
Yeah.
And on the net, he gained 1.
Yep.
So a lot of effort, little reward there.
If it gets strung all the way to the outside, you do a lot of running for little space.
Yeah. It's going to be a pitch left to Micah. Micah goes up the left side of the line. He's met by a bunch of Rushville defenders.
Line getting behind him and pushing. I like to see that. I try to teach my guys that.
Absolutely.
It's a big advantage you can have.
Yeah, you play to the whistle.
Yep.
Looks like he gained about 3 or 4 yards there. So we are looking at a 3rd and probably 7 to go. Micah has to come out because his helmet came off. I think he's got to be out for 1 play.
Yep.
All right, Keene is back in the shotgun here. Might be looking to throw the ball for the first time, and he does.
Good throw.
Great. Oh, no, the ball's out. And Rushville's got it again. Eric Fox made a great grab there, but
second time we had some things rolling. And
and that looked like he tried to look upfield a little bit too quick. And
trying to make a move.
Yeah. All right, well, Connorsville turns the ball over again on a fumble. And Rushville now is going to have the ball back on their own 46. Yeah, this is a little bit of a remarkable start here.
Yeah, and the worst part about not being able to sustain drives is your defense gets worn out quick.
Absolutely, and we're not doing any favors. Rushville has taken possession of the ball in their own territory for each drive. All right. They got trips left with a single back. It's going to be a play action. Quarterback has all kinds of time. Airs it out.
Oh, nobody there.
Rushville's line is doing a great job with protection. You're not seeing any of the Spartans get in the backfield and really cause any kind of chaos back there.
Yep. He had probably a good 5 seconds before he threw it, and he didn't have anybody in his face. So when you give him time like that, it's hard to stay, on him in the back end of the
time like that, and I'll look like Peyton Manning.
Exactly. Eventually, somebody's going to get open.
Yeah.
So we got to put some pressure on them.
All All right, Rushville's out of the huddle. Looks like they're in an offset I formation.
Going quick.
Oh,
Good-
met in the backfield.
Good stuff by Zane Bentley. There we go.
There he goes. There's some fire. There's some fire.
Yep. They needed that play there.
What a play by Zane Bentley. And as we were just talking about it, Connersville's not been able to get in the backfield and disrupt it much tonight, and Zane comes through with a big tackle for loss.
Got to win the battle up front. That's very important.
You do. And what's impressive there was Rushville. It looked like they were even trying to go in a hurry.
Yeah, they were. I think a couple of our guys in the back end weren't even set yet, so it was a good thing he made that play.
All right, they're back in the I form again. It's going to be a handoff. No, play action.
Oh, yeah,
here we
blitz.
go. Oh, big hit.
Big stick.
Flag in the backfield, and that usually indicates it's going to be a hold on the offense, but yep, holding on the offense. So what do you do here? It's third down, and you just had a sack for a loss. Do you take the penalty, or do you let the sack stand?
Right here, I'd probably take the penalty, make it about 4th and 12.
Yeah, I don't want to be the guy that tells that lineman,
No.
hey, thanks for working your butt off. We're going to take the penalty.
Yeah, if it puts it to 4th and long, I think you got to take
They
it.
did. They declined
Yep.
it. Good. You like to see young men get rewarded for
Yep,
hard work.
Definitely. That was a good stand by the Connersville defense after that turnover. They needed that.
Yeah, Rushville is back to punt now. You got Parker back to receive it, standing at about the 25-yard line. Ooh, it's a short snap, and Zane gets after him.
Got some pressure on him.
Great
Good
kick,
punt.
though. Oh, no.
man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, couldn't have a better punt than
Is that
right
Pat
there.
McAfee out there?
I know.
Golly, he just stopped that thing on a dime.
Good 50 yards right to the 1, to the 2.
All right, going to be tough field position. Connersville's going to take it about the 1 to 2 yard line. No, that's just a great punt there by Rushville. First time they've had to use him, so he came right off the bench and said, okay.
Yeah, he was inside the 5, so you let it go there. It stayed right where it was.
You hope it takes a bounce, and
yep.
it didn't. It just stopped.
Yep.
Going to be a handoff to Micah up the middle. And Rushville is just clogging that middle.
Yep, nothing opening up the middle so far.
Did he maybe gained 1 yard? So we're looking at 2nd and 10. They've got it marked on the 3-yard line. Really need to get some movement down the field here. It's going to be a pitch left to Micah. Micah is met in the backfield, maybe makes it back to the line. They're going to give him progress up to the 5.
It's like 3rd and 8.
All right, Parker checks back in. Micah goes to the sideline. 3rd and long here.
Hopefully we can get some space. You really don't want to punt from there.
No, you don't. Especially with as aggressive as their line play is.
Yep.
It'll be a short handoff and maybe a gain of 1. So
about 4th and 6 or so. Not much room for the punter.
No. You got to think Connersville's going to be in some sort of max protect here.
Yep, definitely. Rushville's probably going to send them.
Yeah, I bet so. Looks like Ryland's going to do the punt work tonight, and he is lined up just a couple yards inside the back of the end zone. So not much room for error here. Any small error could be a big issue.
Yep. Hopefully he can get a leg behind it here, get some room.
Oh, no. He fumbled
Got it away.
Got it up. And that's going to be down on the 15, and that's the end of the first quarter. Rushville leads the Connersville Spartans 16-0. Tough start for the Spartans. We'll be back here after a 1-minute break.
Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, gives you the very best deals in tires. Don's has all major brands available in stock and in all price ranges. You can rely on Don's Auto Sales and Tires, in business for over 40 years. And Don's Auto Sales has a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles in prices ranging from $1,000 to $30,000. Need new tires or a quality vehicle? Available from Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, Connersville. The phone number is 825-7730.
George's Pharmacy and Medical Equipment welcomes you to stop by our Connersville location at 330 East 5th Street. George's is proud to offer you friendly hometown service and the convenience of delivery. Also, our medical equipment staff is there to help with whatever you need. George's Floral and Gifts has that special something for any occasion. George's, we are here for you. 765-825-6251.
Where Rushville has come over and
once again, all homecoming court, please report, and parents, please report to the east end of the track.
Watching Spartan football in This game is brought to you by our friends at Wilson, Lawson, Meyer, and Auto Insurance. Andrew, it was a tough first quarter for Connersville.
It was.
The field position was rough. Rushville they just seemed to be getting gifts, the ball in great position.
Yep.
And
a couple big turnovers for Connersville, and great field position on every possession, it seems like.
And here again, they're on a short field, and there's a handoff, number 20. Oh, he lowers his shoulder.
Wow. Yeah, just ran right over the
gracious.
defender, right into the end zone.
That's number 20, Sam Pavey, and he 100% paved the way right there.
He did.
That was he lowered the shoulder, just got great position on the defender, and man, that was a quick strike.
Yeah, Rushville's just playing good, clean football right now. They're not making any mistakes, just everything's going the way they want it to.
Yeah, their last drive, we got a couple good stops in the backfield, picked up a little bit of momentum. Then you go down, we had the fumbled punt and very, very short field position. I think they started on the 15.
Yeah, that good punt they had really set them up there.
Yeah. And that's the important field position,
Yep.
That's a battle in itself. They call this the game of inches for a reason.
Yep.
And Rushville again going for 2. It's going to be a fake handoff, play action to the back of the end zone, and it's going to be good for 2.
Yep, wide open back there.
All right. So that puts Rushville up 24-0 on the Connersville Spartans here on the War on 44. We're going to come back after 30 seconds.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Connersville Spartan football on TV3. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor for your investment needs by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
And welcome back to Spartan Field, where we are watching Rushville just kind of have their way with Connersville. They're up 24-0 on the Spartans here on this War on 44. You're with us. You're watching Spartan football on TV3. This game is being brought to you by our friends at Wilson, Lawson, Meyer, and Auto Insurance. And Andrew, they had a short field and they capitalized.
Yep. Got to really look to get something going here. Try to close the gap before half. You don't want to let it get too out of hand before halftime. Then try to chip away at the lead here.
Right now, if all goes well, we're 3 possessions minimum, 3 possession minimum here. So you got to think Connersville would love to come down and get a big score here.
Definitely, especially they received the first kick, so they'll be kicking a half. So
yeah, you don't want to give Rushville any more points going into half.
Definitely.
All right, so Kingston and Micah are back to kick.
Short kick.
Squib there, let it go. And that's going to be the best starting field position for Connersville tonight. That's going to come out, I believe, to the 40. Is that correct?
Yep, I believe so.
Yeah. So Connersville's going to start on their own 40 due to the kickoff going out of bounds. And this is a break you need. When you look back at games, when the comebacks are there and whatnot, it goes back to that one moment.
Yep.
And that one break where a team just caught a little bit of momentum, they was able to do something with it. Let's hope that's the case for Connorsville here.
Yep. Need one to break or something. Get a good big run or big pass. Get some juice going.
And correction, it's going to be the 35. Connorsville's going to start on their own 35-yard line. They break the huddle. Lined up in an I formation with two receivers to the left. It's going to be a handoff, short handoff. Oh, great run up the middle.
Like
Braden Keller.
Yeah. Lowered his head.
Yes,
got
he
about
did.
8 or 9.
We call those big boy runs. That
Definitely.
was a big boy run.
Yep. When you got a big fullback that can just open up a spot in the middle and get you about 8 yards.
Absolutely.
That's what
And
you
he's
want
one of
to
those
start a
kids
drive.
that's just an absolute athlete. You know what I mean?
Yep. And if you can keep that going, you can really wear a defense down.
Yeah. Nobody wants to step in front of that.
Exactly.
Looks like Micah and Keller are split in the backfield. It's going to be a keeper.
QB sneak.
Ooh.
That was good.
It's me enough for Connorsville first down up to the 50-yard line. And there was definitely a Rushville player coming there with a mission, and good thing he missed.
Yep.
Keene found himself in a little bit of a vulnerable position there, but got underneath of it. Connorsville picks up the first down. This is what it is. It's that momentum. This is what they need.
It is.
Looks like Parker and Braden are going to be split back. Keene's under center. Oh, fumble again.
Looks like
I think
Connorsville may
Parker
have
was
got
able to
back
get on
it.
top of
Yep.
that one.
Got it back. But
It looked like there was
lost-
some trouble there at the snap.
Yeah, lost about 3 or 4 on it though, but at least they got the ball back. You didn't want to give it to them on their own side again.
No. I'm a little surprised with, given the weak numbers that the Rushville's pass defense has been coming in with.
Yeah,
I'm a little
I'm
surprised we
surprised
haven't
too.
put it in the air yet. Braden with another handoff. No, it was a fake.
Yep, QB sweep.
Keene gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So we're looking at a 3rd and about 10.
Maybe they'll go in the air this time. See if there's an opening out there somewhere.
Looks like Rushville's been in a pretty standard one over the top safety back.
Yep. We haven't forced them to really
No,
make any adjustments yet.
there's going to be a throw. Oh, way to stay up
Good
off the
move.
contact.
May have been a yard short, but that was a good play on 3rd down.
That was Eric Fox, who had a great catch in the
It
first
was.
in the
Yep.
first quarter, and just unfortunately lost it on the turn there.
Yep, both throws have been good so far.
So we are lined up. It looks like a 4th and 1 here. 4th and 1, and we are on the Rushville 41. So 1 more yard, and that's going to give Connorsville a fresh set of downs if they can get it.
So big 4th down here. Finally got the ball on our own side of the field.
Let's see if Rushville tries to load the box up. It's going to be a
QB
keeper.
He's close.
I don't know that he's going to get the spot, but it looked like he
You know, measure it, or is he short?
yeah, it's going to be a turnover on down. Rushville gets the ball back.
That was a big stop for Rushville D there.
Yeah, and Rushville's now got 9.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to go half the distance, half the field, and
Hopefully the Connorsville defense can answer here.
they've put a lot of minutes in.
They have. Yeah, the time of possession is probably really lopsided right now.
All right. Back in the shotgun, there's going to be a quick screen out to the left. It looks like it's number 11.
Got about 11 or 12 on first down.
Braden Wilson had let some blockers set up in front of him, had a decent little run off the screen there.
They set it up nicely. They had about four guys out in front of him.
Looking at a fresh set of downs here from their own 47-yard line. Back in shotgun. Motion. It's going to be a pitch out to the right.
Oh. Got a flag out here.
2 flags.
2, yep. In the spot of a hold normally, but we'll see what they say.
Waiting on the call here. Holding on the offense. All right, so we're going to be looking at a 1st and 20. Ball's going to be moved back to the, looks like the Connorsville 43-yard line.
So another chance here for the Spartan defense to make a big stop.
Yes, it is. 8:50 left in the half. Boy, Connorsville just love to get a stop here and go in and get some points. Big run.
It's a good tackle to save it from really breaking there by Parker Flanagan.
That's number 20, Sam Pavey, and I'll tell you what, he runs with a head of steam, don't he?
He does.
Clock continues to run. We're down to 8 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first half. Jarman gets under center. We're going to have 2 backs split for Rushville and 1 out wide to the right. Handoff to the fullback. That's Pavey again with the carry.
Yeah, he definitely runs with some aggression.
All right, so we're looking at 3rd and maybe 7. They're on their 45-yard line. This is a chance Connorsville needs. This is a good chance to get a stop. Maybe get some decent ball position, field position.
Yeah, if they can get a stop here and get the ball back and get a nice long drive before the half, that'd really help the momentum.
Jarman's going to be under center again. Pitch to the left, or pitch to the right, rather. Going to be a good stop. Great stop by Connorsville.
Got a few hats on the ball there. That's what you like to see.
Maybe a gain of a yard. And the punter's coming out. Now listen. Listen. We're going to have to get some pressure on this guy or something because he dropped that at the 2-yard line last time.
We don't want another one down there.
That is Ralph Eakins is the punter from Rushville, number 17. Well.
Oh, they may be going for it here.
No.
Oh. Yeah, they're lined up in shotgun here.
Official's got a timeout on the field. I think he's trying to fix a helmet here on Connorsville's line. Okay, so this should start on the official signal, and there it is. Yeah, he's lined up in the shotgun. It doesn't look like we're kicking here. There was a false start for sure.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah.
He was about to air it out, I think.
Yeah, what do you do if you're Rushville's coach now? 5 more yards, does that make you think twice?
I'd probably punt it if it was me. 4th and 10, 4th and 11.
You got to think right here, you're in a good position.
Yep.
You don't want to give them something.
Yep,
you don't want to give Connorsville a chance.
Now with the 4th and 5 or 6, I could have seen it, but yeah.
Sure.
But it looks like they're still going to go for it.
We're at 4th and 11, and Jarman is back out in the shotgun.
Still in trips.
Trips left, 1 wide out on the right, and he is going to the air.
He is.
He airs 1, and it is deep downfield, and it looks like Micah Buchanan with the interception.
Oh, no.
And he is down on the 2-yard line.
So they didn't get the punt there, but they got an interception in the same spot.
Great read by Micah, though. I mean, he just, right out of the gate, he had a good line on that ball, went to it. Maybe didn't know he was on the 2-yard line, tried to stay up there a little bit. But
I think his feet slipped out when he hit the ground after he jumped for the ball there.
One way or the other, though, Connersville came out of that with the ball, and we'll count that as a stop. It goes down as a turnover in the books regardless, right?
Yep. Hopefully we can get a little room here on first down to work with. Get a few yards, get some space here.
Connersville comes out of the huddle. Looks like they're going to have 2 wide out left. Split backs in the backfield. Keene is under center. Snaps the ball. I think that was a design keeper, and that may be...
No, he got out, I think. They're marking here on the 1, it looks like. So he
maybe his forward progress, I think.
Yeah, he didn't get much. I don't think he may have got back to the line of scrimmage. It didn't look good for a second, though.
No, it didn't. That ball is right on the front edge of that goal line.
Yeah, any little bit back is going to be a safety here.
He's under center again, split. No, I form again. Takes a snap. It's going to be a pitch left. Oh, great run. Gets outside. Oh, what a hit. That's Parker Flanagan. Took a big hit at about the 20-yard line.
They needed that there. Got the first down.
That's that good outside speed. That's that speed that gets you out and gets you in the open field. And him and Parker are both, or him and Micah are both.
Yeah.
You get them out in the open field, and it's just hard to get anybody to them.
Yep, it is. They get a little space to the outside, and they can take off.
Connersville's looking at a 1st and 10. They're going to be on their own. It's a 13, 14-yard line.
Yep.
In the I form, Keene's under center, takes a snap. Pitch again. This goes to Micah. It's going left side. He runs forward for maybe 2 yards.
Did a good job to get a couple there.
Yeah, that left side closed up pretty quick.
It did. There was a man right in his face. He was still able to get forward for about 3, it looks like.
Yeah, they're going to give him 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7. 5:11 to go in the first half. Connersville's got plenty of time to march us down and get some points. And you want to, at this point, you got to start thinking, take the clock away. Don't give Rushville any clock and time to try to go down the field anymore before the half.
Definitely.
Pitch to Micah. He's met in the backfield. Looks like maybe right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no room on that one.
Connersville's leaning heavy on the run in the first half. We've seen 2 passes, both to Eric Fox, and he grabbed them. They were great completions.
They were.
Had some success there. So
they did.
It'll be interesting to see the second half.
See a little more.
I formation. Keene takes a snap. There's going to be a flag. Play's being whistled down. Timeout. Okay, that's going to be a timeout. Connersville calls a timeout. We're going to take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
It's events like this game that make our community such a great place in which to live, work, and play. All of us at FCN Bank applaud the CHS Spartans for their hard work and dedication. Thank you for reminding us once again why we all choose to call this place home. FCN, building stronger communities, one great local event at a time. Go CHS Spartans. Good luck. FCN Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Spartan Field. I am here with Andrew Neely. This is Spartan Football on TV3, and right now we are watching Connersville with an offensive possession. Move the ball. They got out from the 2-yard line. They have made it up to the 16. They're looking at a 3rd and 7 here. And Andrew, we've been talking. How do we bring this pass game back in, and how do we work that in?
Yeah, you got to think there's going to be one coming here soon. They've had success on both of their passes well before the fumble on the first one, but
yeah, and they've both been out routes, and might be a good time to work something over the middle, and
they
do.
Pop pass.
Man, you'd think I've done this for a long time, wouldn't you?
Yeah, the That's one of my favorite things to do there too. Is after you run so many times, it softens that middle, and you pop the tight end right behind where the linebackers usually are.
Absolutely, and that was Brody Shearer on the reception. He just stood up and went right across the middle.
That's just like you want it to go there, wide open behind the linebackers. Get a good gain there.
Connorsville's back out of the huddle. They're going to be in I formation. Keene's under center. They are at the 30-yard line with a fresh set of downs. Pitch left out to Parker Flanagan. He gets wide, takes a big hit. Gained about 3-4 yards. Clock is still running, and I don't know. Is it that they have to be going forward out of bounds to stop the clock? If they go back, it continues to run, right?
Yeah, it looked like he was going forward there.
I thought he was too.
Maybe he wasn't.
Either way, we're looking at 2nd and 8. Ball is on the 32-yard line. I formation, Keene under center. He takes a snap. Another quick throw. Oh, and that one's intercepted.
Just over his hands.
Yep. Shearer got a hand on it, and looks like that's number 12 for Rushville. That is Eli Pavey, probably related to the other Pavey.
Probably.
Heads up play.
Yep. Rushville's defense has been very opportunistic tonight. Every time Connorsville gets something going, they create a big turnover.
Absolutely.
It's really just been drive killers for the Spartans.
So we are at 3 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first half, and Rushville is set up once again. They're going to be on their own 44 in great field position.
Yep.
And you really, if you're Connorsville, you don't want to see them march this down the field and get more points on the board.
Yep, you got to do everything you can to keep them out of the end zone here. Don't want another score before the half because they get the ball back too. So that'll make it really, really difficult to come back.
Oh, Bentley gets in the backfield. He gets a hand up.
Oh, that was a big old hit there. He lost his footing and then ran right into the defender.
Who's that, Flanagan on the hit?
Yeah.
Parker Flanagan with a good stop. Ball, however, does make it up to the 39. So they're looking at 2nd and 5 now. Rushville breaks the huddle, and German is under center. Split backs, one wide out to the left. Taking another look. It's going to be handoff to the fullback, and he got rolled up on. That was Pavey on the carry.
Yeah.
Looked like Brody Shearer on the stop there for the Spartans.
We're going to have a 3rd and short here. About 3 or 4.
Rushville is out of the huddle. Jarman's under center, split backs with 2 receivers wide out left. Oh, they weren't set. That's going to be a flag.
Yep.
We're going to take 5 yards back off that. The receivers weren't set out there wide before Jarman took the snap.
Yeah, taking away a big first down there. It looked like he had enough to probably get it.
Yeah, we're going to be dropping that back to a 3rd and 9, it looks like.
Yep. Just didn't quite get all the way set before he took off.
We want to remind you guys it is homecoming here in Connorsville tonight. The homecoming court will be announced here at halftime, and we'll be here with you through that coverage. So make sure you stick with us through that. Rushville is back now with a 3rd and 8 on the 37-yard line. Jarman is in shotgun. He takes a snap. He's going to air it out again. And, a lot of contact
got a flag
there.
out there.
A lot of contact.
Yep. I thought maybe their feet got a little tangled, but maybe they put some hands on there too. I didn't get a great look at it.
No, I just seen a couple bodies hit the ground.
Looked like they were both going for it.
But
feet
they
got
are
tangled.
They are for sure calling pass interference.
Definitely. That's a big penalty there.
All right. That's going to be an automatic first down for Rushville. We've got 1 minute and 37 seconds left in the first half. That is going to place the ball at the 32, at Rushville's 32-yard line, or 27-yard line. I apologize for that.
Spartans need to tighten up here.
Yes, they do. Jarman is back in the shotgun. Oh.
I don't think they were set again.
It's going to be a timeout, Connorsville.
Yep.
All right, Connorsville calls its second timeout of the half. We're going to take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Looking for fast, reliable internet that keeps you connected without the headaches? Meet Hill-Fi Internet, your local solution for fast speeds and unbeatable service. With Hill-Fi, you'll experience seamless streaming and quick downloads. Plus, you never have to worry about your bill increasing. Your price is guaranteed for as long as you're a customer. Fayette County's fast, local, reliable choice. Hill-Fi Internet, where great service meets local care. Visit hillfi.com or call 692-3045.
Welcome back to Spartan Field, and we are here we are here with the War on 44. You're watching Spartan football on TV3. So far, it has been a one-sided battle. Rushville is up 24-0 on the Connorsville Spartans. Homecoming night, there's a lot going on. Cheerleaders are tossing shirts out to the fans. The cheer block is full.
Yep.
A bunch of people walking around in Hawaiian shirts with laser around their neck, and it just, I'll be honest, it kind of makes me want to be on a beach.
Definitely.
So I tell you what is the other truth to that is it has been no beach or vacation for Connorsville tonight. They have had a very, very hard fight, and Rushville knocking on the door again.
Yep. Rushville's got about pretty much anything they wanted tonight so far.
Rushville's in the shotgun. Jarman takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff and a reverse. Great. He waited on his blocker. That's number 1, Denver Campbell. And that's going to be a big first down. Let's see where they spot him at. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 7.
Yep.
He was making forward progress when he went out, so the clock stops, and that's important. We are looking at 1 minute, 28 seconds left on the clock.
First and goal here.
And you know Connorsville's defense has got to be tired right now.
Oh, yeah.
They have been, they are running the clock now. We're going to have to look into the rules on that because I thought if it was forward progress, it stopped. I formation, Jarman takes a handoff. It's back. Play action. He rolls out to the right. There's a pass break up, and that is that Kingston?
Yep, Kingston O'Toole.
Kingston O'Toole on the pass break up in the end zone.
Tipped it in the air.
Yeah, he did. He got up there on that, too.
Yeah, he did.
That was a sure 6 for Rushville, but Kingston stepped in, and I shouldn't say he stepped. He launched in and got up and got a hand on that ball.
Yeah, he looked open for a minute, but he closed the gap nicely there.
He really
got
did.
Got there quick.
Looking at second and goal to go now. Ball is spotted on Rushville's 7. They break their huddle. Jarman is going under center with the split back and 2 wide left.
Just under a minute left.
Could be a handoff to, another flag on the play. It's going to be another false start for Rushville. And they've been their own worst enemy with that tonight. Their formations aren't set. And, you know, we've noticed a lot of movement, a lot of shifts in their formation. And you got to be very particular when you do that.
Definitely.
The false start, that's going to bring it back to the 12 of Rushville. 54.9 seconds left.
Yeah, that's one of the few problems they've had tonight is getting set there.
Yep, Rushville hurries up to the line, split back. Jarman's under center. Some confusion. We're looking around. The official is looking at something. Not real clear what's going on here.
I don't know.
Oh, might be a player down, not sure. Okay, well, the clock stopped. The play clock stopped.
They're discussing something.
Okay, it looks like we're going to start the clock on his whistle. Rushville, not sure what happened there, folks. Rushville comes up. Jarman's under center. One wide out to the right. Hand off to the fullback, and he's in the end zone. That's Pavey again.
Yeah, huge hole there in the middle.
Absolutely. Boy, Rushville has just done a great job moving bodies on that line and creating space for those backs. That makes the score 30-0, and we've not seen Rushville kick a field goal yet, and we can only assume that we're looking at another two-point conversion here.
Probably in the three-back set, they've been running on all their two-point conversions.
Yeah, Jarman comes back into the huddle. We call that an indicator.
Yep. Rushville's just a big physical team. We just haven't been able to match the physicality so far.
Let's see. Lining up and... No, going to use a timeout here. Rushville's going to take a timeout. We're going to take 30 seconds with them. We'll be back right after the break.
Looking for fast, reliable internet that keeps you connected without the headaches? Meet Hill-Fi Internet, your local solution for fast speeds and unbeatable service. With Hill-Fi, you'll experience seamless streaming and quick downloads. Plus, you never have to worry about your bill increasing. Your price is guaranteed for as long as you're a customer. Fayette County's fast, local, reliable choice. Hill-Fi Internet, where great service meets local care. Visit hillfi.com or call 692-3045.
Welcome back to Spartan Field, where Rushville has just scored once again and brought the score to 30-0 over your Connersville Spartans. Looking at a two-point conversion here, we believe. We've not seen Rushville kick a field goal at all after their scores tonight, so expect we'll see the same thing again. Potential to go into the locker room up 32-0, Andrew. What's that do for Connersville?
It's a tough hole to climb out of. They got to kick the ball, and so that they needed to stop there, but hopefully they can make something happen in the last 50 seconds to try to turn the tide a little bit.
It's going to be a pitch left, and he has made it.
Just got in, yep.
That's number 17 again, Ralph Eakins on the two-point conversion.
So not a lot of time to make something happen, but...
Not a whole lot of time at all. But, you know, the thing with Connersville, we have the speed in the backfield.
Definitely.
Any kickoff at any point, you know, we've got that speed to bring the ball back and get points. So this is something Rushville definitely doesn't want to be complacent with.
Definitely.
And you talk about a momentum shifter. You get a quick score before halftime. You come out of the second half, come out of the locker room a little bit tougher than you went in.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me if they don't pooch it here, just to not give it to the speed back there. But then again, you don't want to really give up good field position automatically either. So could go either way here.
Yeah, 50.1 seconds left on the clock. Who do we got back there? Looks like Kingston and Micah.
Yep.
Rushville's lined up, spreading out across the 40. There's a player off sides. Yeah, that's going to be...
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
That's going to be some extra yards over this return here.
Yeah, that guy that motioned over a little bit went across a little too quick.
Yeah, and the ref caught it. And I think here, you know, you getting 10 yards off the penalty, brings the ball up to the 50. At this, why not? Why not take some shots? You know what I mean?
What do you got to lose it? You know.
Right.
Got to try something.
Let's see what we're going to do here. Are we going to re-kick it?
Yeah, they may be. Maybe they think they can break one if they, you know, get another try at it.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't mind it.
I don't either.
You've got the playmaker ability back there.
You get one gap.
Yep.
They could go. that'd be huge for the Spartans right now.
So instead of kicking from the 40, Rushville is now going to kick from the 35. 43 seconds left on the clock. Kingston and Micah are deep to return here.
This could be huge. They're gonna start, if they could kick it deep, they're gonna start their run from about the 20, 25, and you get ahead of steam.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking with those two players right there, one good block. You spring them one good block, and they can make something happen with that ball.
Yeah, I think, Micah, he's got track speed too, so he's fast. I think he won conference last year for the 100-meter, and I've heard that Kingston's just as fast. So.
Yeah, Kingston's got that real good explosive speed. He can go from 0 to 100 real quick.
So either one of these guys could break one if they get a little opening.
All right. Officials are getting into position. I'm sure Rushville coach has reiterated, do not beat the kicker across the line.
Yep. Yeah, that's one with my middle schoolers. I had to really harp at the beginning of the year because they didn't grasp it at first.
Yeah, you hit the go button and they just have a hard time throttling it back a little bit. All right, Rushville spreads out, getting ready to kick the ball. And the kick is away in the air, and this is going to be going to Kingston on a hop. Takes a little bit of a hop, and he brings it out to the, looks like about the 34-yard line.
Not terrible position, but with only 46 seconds, it's going to take a big play to make something happen here.
Now, Andrew, this is just me, but when you've got speed like that, I don't know why you don't put them wide out on the opposite side and just put them on a go route. Let's just see what happens one time.
Yep, you want to put your speed and your height out there. If, try to beat them deep, or if not, throw one up to, one of your taller guys.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer if you take those chances and you give somebody that opportunity, that can be a big spark for your team.
It looks like they do got Kingston lined up outside, but
it's going to be a keeper for a gain of 2.
Clock's running.
Yeah, and Connersville might be okay with just taking this into the half.
Looks like they might.
I mean, if we're not taking shots, I don't see the need to really run another play.
Yep, looks like they're going to let it go into halftime.
13 seconds left. Play clock's showing just about a second behind the game clock. Yep, and players are moving towards the exit. So, score is 32-0. Rushville is just putting one on Connersville tonight here in the War on 44. We'll be back with you in 1 minute after this break.
Looking for fast, reliable internet that keeps you connected without the headaches? Meet Hill-Fi Internet, your local solution for fast speeds and unbeatable service. With Hill-Fi, you'll experience seamless streaming and quick downloads. Plus, you never have to worry about your bill increasing. Your price is guaranteed for as long as you're a customer. Fayette County's fast, local, reliable choice. Hill-Fi Internet, where great service meets local care. Visit hillfi.com or call 692-3045.
Spirit is being excited to get to school. It's being in front of the camera in the longest-running high school TV station in the country. It's being able to earn an associate's degree before you graduate high school. Spirit is exploring the arts, learning practical life skills, and working with your team to win the game. But it's not only Spirit, it's Spartan Spirit.
Welcome back to Spartan Field. Along with Andrew Neely, I'm Clint Brown. This is Spartan Football on TV3, and you are watching your halftime show brought to you by Hill-Fi Internet Service. Andrew, we are looking at a big deficit. Rushville has came over. They've established their dominance, and they have got a 32-0 lead over the Connersville Spartans in this War on 44.
Yeah, it's been all Rushville so far. They've pretty much anything they've wanted to do, they've done so far. They've all the runs, great blocking, holes wide open in the middle so far. So
It has been all Rushville, but we cannot forget tonight is homecoming here in Connersville, and the students are all excited out here. And we're going to be showing the homecoming court as they come across. And this is Gracie and Cooper. I believe they are freshmen. I want to find the court here. Yes, freshman princess is Gracie Brewer. She's the daughter of Delinda McFarland and Billy Brewer. And she is escorted by Prince Cooper Grizel. Cooper is the son of Taylor and Matt Grizel. Such a gentleman. Helped her out of the Jeep.
Yep.
You know, his mom was sitting there like, you better help her out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, you love to see that with our young kids.
That's a good-looking Jeep, too.
It is. Yeah, it looks pretty brand new.
Soft-top Jeep, all these Hawaiian shirts. Why are we not somewhere where it's warm and sunny?
Yep.
Sophomore Princess Lola Wells.
All right, now coming into the screen, this is going to be sophomore princess Lola Wells. Lola is the daughter of Jessica and Joe Wells. She is being escorted by sophomore prince Luke Brewer. Luke is the son of Cassidy and Roger Brewer. This is your sophomore homecoming court.
Another Jeep, too.
Yeah, they got the Jeeps cleaned up looking sharp, huh?
They do.
Okay, now this is definitely not a Jeep coming down. I know this truck.
Yep.
This is going to be your junior princess, Maggie Spurlock. Maggie is the daughter of Kylie Bennett, and she is being escorted by junior prince Gage Schaefer. Gage is the son of Kelly and Jeremy Schaefer. And you know Codwell loves any chance he can get to put that big pretty truck on display.
Yep. I think if you're from Connersville, you've seen this truck at some point in your life.
Absolutely. He's added some lights in the wheels.
Yeah. It looks awesome.
I had to get a ladder out. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful vehicle right
It
there.
is.
All right, and our last, I believe we got a couple more. This is going to be senior queen candidate Dakota Tencher, and she is being escorted by senior Xavier Gibbs.
Dakota Tencher.
Yeah, look over there across the track. Look how good Caldwell's truck looks going across.
Yeah.
Things just sharp. I bet a lot of people over there in the Rushville stands are like, whoa.
Yeah, you can see it coming from a mile away.
All right, next. It looks like it's going to be senior king candidate Nico Kreisman, and he is being escorted.
Senior king candidate Nico Kreisman is escorted by
Ajay Smith. Yeah, that's who it is. So senior king candidate Nico Kreisman, and escorted by Ajay Smith. Got the nice vehicles out, rolled out, looking clean.
Yep.
Right, all black.
All of our king candidates so far have had good manners and helped their.
That's important.
Yep.
Now, we ain't voting for them if they don't.
Definitely.
I don't. Do we get a vote?
I don't know.
I don't think we get a vote. We need to work on that.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the mix for next year. All right. Next is going to be senior princess Gabrielle Rivera. And Gabby is being escorted by senior Prince Jordan Williams. Nice. Jacked up F-150. Yep. Looking sharp. Look at these kids, too. I mean, they're just going wild down here in the stands. They love it.
Yeah, they do. The cheer block's been impressive this year.
They have. They've traveled well, too.
They have.
They are all lined up across that bottom track there, getting pictures, yelling, screaming. I think we've got one more coming in. This is Senior Princess Sophia Sutherland, and she's being escorted by Senior Prince Lincoln Flum.
Senior Princess Sophia Sutherland. Sophia is the daughter of Aaron Myers. She is a member of
So once they get in here, it's the moment we're all waiting for, where the king and queen will be announced, and then we get back to some football. And get back to the halftime show that's brought to us graciously by Hillfire Internet.
I really like the color of that Bronco there.
It's sharp. It is really sharp. Okay, he's moving the sign, he's opening the door. Okay, check the box.
Yep.
All right, and once they get out there, it looks like they're going to be around the 43-yard line. It's going to be that moment of suspense. And I am trying to figure out who the king and queen was last year. I can't recall it. Either way, they're out there.
They are.
And they're going to be taking the duty that comes with of crowning this year's king and queen.
Yep, handing it down to the next group.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back last year's Royalty 2023 King and Queen and King Keel and India Smith. They'll be presenting this year.
Okay, the crowd loves them.
Yeah.
And here it is, the moment we're waiting on.
24 CHS Homecoming King.
This public announce.
Is Lincoln
Tim
Flum.
Howard. Lincoln Flum is going to be your 2024 Homecoming King. Tim down there with all the suspense. I think he even had a drum roll. All right, 2024 King is Lincoln Flum. And now, to find out who the homecoming queen is.
Homecoming queen is Sophia Sutherland.
Sophia Sutherland is going to be the 2024 homecoming queen, along with the 2024 homecoming king, Lincoln Flum. So congratulations to both of those students. And to all of the court. They all did a very nice job. And
they did.
Dressed up looking nice and respectful. You only get these experiences in high school. And when you get older, you can look back and say, man, I wish I could go back. And
Yep, you don't know how good you had it till you look back on it.
Yeah, and do you remember when you're younger, I just can't wait to be this age. I can't wait to be that. You wish your life away, and then you're 40 with a bad back, and you're like, man, I wish I could move my left foot.
Yep, that's why I try to get it across to my kids all the time. Like, don't wish it away. Trust me.
Yeah, these are good moments.
When you're paying bills and living adult life, you'll want it back.
Absolutely, and we should mention as well the students. Each grade they did a lot of hard work, and they each presented a very elaborate and well put together float.
They did.
And they've got a contest on that. I'm not sure when we're going to be announcing. I promise you, we will know when they announce because these students will lose their minds over it. So there will be no mistaking that when it happens. But each class did a very good job with their floats, and they were presented before the game. And on nights like tonight, I'm sure the football team isn't feeling much of this right now. But the students, the community, even with the deficit that we're looking at, we still got that buzz of, man, tomorrow's homecoming, and these kids get to clean up and dress up and go out to dinner. And do the whole thing, and they're going to have a great time living these memories that we all recall. So there's still a lot of joy in the stands tonight, even with the 32-0 deficit.
Yep, I think along with senior night, homecoming is probably one of the biggest games of the year.
Absolutely.
As far as, crowd and the festivities they got going along with it.
Yeah, my class graduated 20 years ago, and I seen people that I went to school with when I was walking in tonight that they came back because it's homecoming night, and that's what you do. You come back to the homecoming game.
Yep.
So as the band sets up, it looks like they're going to be performing for us as well. Busy halftime show tonight.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you who is probably busy, and that's Coach Lynch. He's probably in there.
Yeah, he's always busy.
Yeah, he's finding
running.
something back there to keep him busy, no doubt. So, we're going to see, and you may, but I always find myself wanting to see the adjustments that were made during halftime.
Yep.
You come out, you give up 32 points, and Connorsville's been averaging 30 a game, and they gave up 32 in the first half.
Yeah.
So what adjustments are we going to see? What are we going to do offensively? What are we going to do defensively? And if you were Coach Lynch and you coach at the middle school level, so you've got some experience in this, what would your adjustments be coming out here for Connorsville in the second half?
I think you got to start airing the ball out. I mean, you're down this much. You only got so much time in the second half to come back. So you got to start making something happen quick. So I look for at least starting out with some intermediate passes, 15, 20-yard passes, and then if we can break one deep, even better.
They've showed us that the run is just not there. We've had a couple for 10 or 12.
Yeah.
Nothing really has broke loose, though. And like you said, what do we have to lose? I think you take a couple shots, and you know what? If they intercept the ball on our 20, at least they're not getting it on their 40.
Yep, exactly.
So
it's almost like a punt if you're throwing it deep.
Absolutely.
On third and fourth, down and long, it's as good as a punt.
And I think if it goes well, then you spark the whole team, and then what happens?
Yeah.
You're looking at some kids that are playing motivated now, and maybe a little bit more than they were when it was a goose egg on the scoreboard.
Yep.
So I agree. I think you take some shots, see what your outside speed can do. We know that we've got it. Our quarterback can put the ball down there. He's got an arm on him. I think you do. I think you open it up a little bit.
Yeah, and on defense, I think you might try to get some pressure up the middle, maybe blitz some middle linebackers and try to not give up so much yards on the dive there. Like they're just, run and dive, getting 8-9 yards a pop, and that can just wear you down.
Absolutely. That defense, it was probably on the field for 75% of the first half.
Yep, and that's really tiring.
It is. In that line, I didn't see a whole lot of blitzing from the linebackers there. They're probably wore out with trying to get pressure. So, like you said, open some of those gaps up, let the backers hit them, and see if they can get back there and cause some chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, I played offensive and defensive line when I played. I graduated in 07. Feels like forever ago. But that when you're playing in the trenches, that's the most tiring spot because you're hitting every play.
Yes.
You're putting all your effort every play. So.
And I think 60? Do they say 60 snaps a game? Is that about average for high school?
Yeah, about that.
So when you're on that line, it's like 60 car wrecks a game.
Yep.
You're getting hit full contact, and your body's going to feel it. You may not get it with the adrenaline, but when you get home and tomorrow you're going to wake up and realize, man, I got hit a lot last night.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in there, scrumming with guys 220 plus pounds, and all day long it'll wear you out. Absolutely.
So this has been the halftime show by Hillfight Internet Service. Again, Rushville is up 32-0 on the Connorsville Spartans with the War on 44. Somebody tonight, and right now it looks like Rushville is going to be walking away with the trophy and the bragging rights for a whole year. It's homecoming night here at Spartan Field. A lot going on. We're going to take a short break with you, and we will be back before the start of the second half.
Are you needing some excavating work done, but don't want to pay the high prices for renting the equipment? Fortified Equipment has a mini excavator and track steer for rent. Our equipment is well maintained and comes with heating and air conditioning, perfect for any weather. To rent your equipment, visit fortifiedbuildingsllc.com. Get your project done on time and under budget.
Searching for a loan, a line of credit, or just a safe place for your money? Union Savings and Loan has you covered with great loan and deposit rates, local loan approvals, and the friendliest service in town. Even when you're on the go, you can transfer money or make payments with ease with USLA's mobile banking app. For 130 years, we have taken pride in being your hometown bank. Union Savings and Loan, the bank that begins with you. Visit uslabank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Service the old-fashioned way. The dependable service you need for your car or truck is always available at Goff's Auto Care and Tire Center in Connorsville and Brookville. Experienced mechanics are ready to correct the problem using the best replacement products that will have your vehicle running like new again. Shane Goff is waiting to serve you at 600 Western Avenue in Connorsville. Phone 825-2588 and Charlie Goff in Brookville at 9197 State Road 101. 647-2222 is the phone number. Goff Auto Care and Tire Center.
You will find the answer to your every flooring need at Foles Flooring at 301 Beach Street in Connorsville. Yes, Foles Flooring has a large selection of carpet and tile, also vinyl and laminates, luxury vinyl tiles, and hardwoods. You will receive a free estimate on your choice of flooring plus expert installation. Their friendly staff will help you through the entire process. Foles Flooring also provides bathroom upgrades, remodeling, and custom shower systems at 301 Beach Street, Connorsville. 765-692-0800 is the phone number.
Can take us, floating on the wisps of a breeze to a world so big and bright, yet so silent, as if we have escaped all boundaries of Earth. once you have experienced it, you'll never be able to forget it. Join us in the beyond.
The band is under the direction of Mr. Levi Thompson and Mr. Stephen Fletcher. Staff includes Lindsay Alston, Todd Clevenger, Lily Weaver, John Dahl, Evan Osborne, and Caitlin Stoner. Musical selections include Afterburn by Randall Standridge, Light at the Piazza by Robert Shelton, and Ronnie by Samuel Hazel. The marching band guard will be competing in their next competition of the season at Middlesbrough High School tomorrow on September 21st. Performances at 5 p.m. Once again, the Connersville High School Spartan Marching Band and Guard.
All right, welcome back to Spartan Field. We are here, and this is Spartan Football on TV3, and we are here. Tough game. Connersville's taking a pretty good shot in the first half. They're down 32-0 on the Rushville Lions, who came over here intent on walking out of here victorious. And in the first half, they really showed that, Andrew.
They did. So, you know, we got a young squad here. I think what the second half should really be about is getting things to build upon. You want to start getting some positives that you can use, you know, going next week. And if you can, chip away at the lead and get back into the game. But if not, you want something you can really build off on next week.
And we talked about this, Ron and I, when we were in Franklin County, kind of the same thing. We were down, didn't have anything going for us, and it's like, at what point do you transition from let's win this ball game to, hey, we're facing people that we don't see 5 days a week, so let's try to work something new in, see what we can do with these concepts, and I think we'll see some of that from Connersville here. Like you said, what do you got to lose? You know, everything to gain, nothing to lose. And if you get back in it, great. Let's make the game plan and take the rolls as we go. But either way, we've got a second half of football left to play, and Connersville's either going to come out and show that they're here to do some work, or it's going to be a long night for them.
Definitely.
So we do want to take a second here for those who aren't aware. If you're watching this and you are thinking, man, the field looks great, and maybe you can see the baseball field back there in the back left of your screen, we are actually, Connersville High School is actually in a very great position right now. We were the recipient of a T-Mobile award. They are doing a T-Mobile makeover for football stadiums. And Connersville was chosen in the first week, I believe, one of 25 schools to receive $5,000. And being chosen in that, they are now into the round of, I think, 16 cities will get chose, and they will receive $25,000 if we are one of the 16 cities chose. And then if you win the $5,000, you are in for a $2 million complete facility makeover, compliments of T-Mobile. So the exciting news is this is a community thing, and everybody in the community can help. All you have to do is use your Instagram. And if you're a visual person, you want to see it, get on Facebook, go to Connorsville Athletics Facebook page. There's detailed instructions. I'm going to give them to you real quick. But what you do is you create an Instagram post that includes the following information. Post some sort of picture of the sports program or something to do with high school and community. And then in the post, you want to ensure to tag at T-Mobile and at Connorsville_high_school. And you need to include these two hashtags, hashtag FN5GL and hashtag sweepstakes. You doing that, it boosts Connorsville's chances to win in this process and to possibly be the recipient of a $2 million complete facility makeover. So if you want to help, that's the way to do it, Andrew. It's a great way for the entire community to put a little skin in the game and say, hey, I want to help the kids do this. We encourage everybody to do that. Again, if you want to see those instructions again, you can go to Connorsville Athletics Facebook page. They have them all there, easy to follow, and you can post up until 11:59 p.m. tonight. So if you're watching this, you have Instagram, we encourage you, get on your phone right now or right after the game, and get on Instagram and make a post. Let's help the Spartans try to get this complete facility makeover.
Yeah, that would be incredible for us.
All right, now we are back to football, and Rushville has got the ball. They are on the 37-yard line, their own 37-yard line, and there's a fumble. And it looks like Rushville got back on top of it.
That'd have been huge for the start for the Spartans.
If you can start the half with the takeaway, that's moving in the right direction.
You can't ask for better than that, but still a second and long here. They lost a couple there.
Yeah, somebody, I didn't see who was in on the stop, but they got back there and they disrupted it. And, and here's the thing, when a player fumbles, they got the psyche to deal with. Okay, we kept the ball, but man, I dropped it. Is it in their head next time? You don't know, but if you're Connorsville's defense, you want to get back there. And
you hope so.
You want to test it. So they are in the I formation. German drops back. It's going to be a handoff to Beretta.
Great tackle.
He tries to get to the outside, but Micah Buchanan with a great stop on the left side.
Flew out of nowhere.
Yeah, he did.
Laid a good hit on him.
So it looks like we're going to be looking at 3rd and probably 8. Just a gain of 3 there. They're on the 36-yard line. That's a momentum builder.
Yeah, it is.
You get a hit like that, and it energizes the defense, and next thing you know, you get a 3 and out, and then what? You just keep the ball rolling with it.
Yeah, you love to see those big, fundamentally sound sticks laid on. That'll really hype you up.
They call that hit sticking.
Hit sticking, yep.
All right, Rushville is back in the shotgun. Jarman drops back. It's going to be a screen. And there was a great block on the outside.
Yeah, that's a good screen. Oh, flag coming in late.
There is a late flag, and it's in the backfield. This is usually indicative of that ball coming back. Parker Flanagan was there on the tackle for Connorsville after a substantial gain of probably 20, but we're going to see what this laundry on the field is. Dead ball personal foul on the defense.
Dead ball personal foul.
That is not what you want.
No.
Got a big screen pass and tacking 15 onto the end of it.
Yep, and that's going to give them 15 more yards, put them probably around the 25.
So that wound up being a huge play for Rushville's offense.
I didn't see what drew the flag either. Something on that far sideline.
Yep.
There was some contact there on a good block. I know that we had a corner out there that they got picked up on a block pretty good. But, well, had a couple plays, a fumble there that was a chance, and now we have a penalty that puts Rushville prime position from the 25 shotgun, about the same play.
Good coverage there. Didn't get it nothing, I don't think.
No, Kingston got out there quick, and that was a loss of 2, I bet, on that play. They tried to run the same thing, and Connorsville snuffed that one out.
They were ready for it that time.
We got second and 11.
Looking at 2nd and 11 now. And you can tell Connorsville, right now they do, you know, they just had a longer than usual halftime. Defense has got a little pep to their step, so I formation is going to be a handoff. That is Berta on the carry, and he is up to the 20.
Got a player limping.
We sure do.
56, Carter Gilliam. Got a little hobbled on the play.
Yeah, Carter's a sophomore, been playing a lot of minutes. And, you know, this is the other thing, defense being on the field so long, you know, bodies can only take so much, and unfortunately injuries is a part of the game. So you just hope it's a cramp or something insignificant and he can get back out there quick.
Yep.
All right, Jarman's going to be in the shotgun. Oh, we got a false start.
Yeah.
There's just been a communication lapse,
there
I
has.
think.
Yep. That's really been their bugaboo tonight. If they've had one, that's probably their fifth or sixth false start.
Yeah, and it's always on their motion.
Yeah. I think they're throwing so much, you know, out there that's kind of confusing them a little bit.
Yeah, and you'd think it's early in this season too for both teams. Each of them sitting at 2-2. Yeah, got a comfortable lead. They might be trying to concept some things too and say, hey, are we at this level to pull this off? So Jarman's back in the gun again, trips left, he rolls out to the left, squares his feet around, he lets one fly, and he made the grab. Now, did he get a foot down? No, they're waving it incomplete. He did come down with the ball, he just did not get the Stephon Diggs-esque toe tap down.
Didn't get the toe drag swag, as they say on Good Morning Football.
Again, Jarman had a lot of time back there in the backfield.
Yeah.
Line's doing a great job giving him protection on the plays. He's able to roll out. And, you know, you look at fundamentals, and I think he did a great job there. He rolled out to the left, and instead of letting it fly, rolling left, he was able to square his hips around. And you like to see that in a high school quarterback.
Yeah, that's not easy. Not an easy throw to make for a right-handed quarterback.
No. It looks like Rushville's going to take a 30-second timeout, and we are going to take one with them. We'll be back right after the break.
Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency is dedicated to protecting you and your family at a price you can afford. Wilson Lawson Myers are licensed insurance professionals striving to be your agency of choice. Wilson Lawson Myers is an independent agency representing numerous companies for all your needs. Finding the right insurance begins with finding the right agency. That is Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency at 521 Central Avenue in Connorsville. Phone 825-5111.
Welcome back to Spartan Field here on TV3. You are watching Spartan football, and this game is being brought to you by our friends at Wilson Lawson Meyer and Auto Insurance. Andrew, we just seen a big penalty that set Rushville back a little bit. They're on the 26, and we're looking at a big fourth down play here.
Need a big stop here.
And they are quad left. They've got 4 receivers out to the left, shotgun formation. There's a drop back. Jarman puts it in the air, and he's wide open.
The deep route got behind the safety there.
Yeah. Denver Campbell for Rushville. He just ran right up the seam. And
simple go route. Just beat the safety to the end zone.
4th and 11, and they got 4th and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So that worked out well for Rushville. And again, I don't expect a field goal at this point.
Nope. Unless they're just trying to get a kicker some reps, maybe, but I wouldn't think.
And they're lined up same formation. Look at them.
Yep, they are.
Got going to be a screen. Oh, no, he didn't get it.
That may be the first 2-point we've stopped tonight, I think.
I think it was, and that was number 30. Kanan Kurtzinger on the stop there. Excellent defensive play.
It was.
So that makes it 38-0. Rushville is beating Connorsville in the War on 44. We're going to be back in 1 minute.
I downloaded my Read app so I could see my test results.
My Read app lets me schedule appointments on my phone without having to call an office.
I'm busy, so getting notifications from my Read app that my prescription renewals were sent saves me time.
I can find wait times for urgent care on my Read app.
I get my health my way on my Read app. Download it today.
Whitewater Eye Center of Connorsville provides quality vision care for every member of your family. This includes routine eye care, treatment for eye diseases and injuries. Services that include glasses, frames for every budget, sunglasses, and contact lenses. Schedule an appointment today at 765-825-6000, located at 2045 Virginia Avenue. Complete vision care for every member of your family, yours at the Whitewater Eye Center, Connorsville, where your vision is our focus.
All right, we are back here at Spartan Field where Rushville just scored again coming out of halftime. It is 38-0. Rushville is on top of Connorsville here in the War on 44. And Andrew, I have to admit it, because if I don't, I'm going to get a text from Ron. I give him a hard time because usually he's doing this job and I'm doing your job.
Yeah.
And our sponsor for the show is Wilson, Lawson, Meyer, and Auto Insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tease him, like, oh, I'm glad you have to say that, and I don't. Auto Owners Insurance.
Yeah.
The ball's loose on the play there. Rushville may have got that. Yeah, Wilson, Lawson, and Myers, Wilson, Lawson, Myers, and Auto Owners Insurance. It's a lot to say, and he gets twisted on it, and I'm like, man, I'm glad you have to say that. So
yeah,
he got me, and John got me too. I can hear it. So on the carry, yeah, it looks like we were going to be in a running clock situation here.
Yep.
And Rushville got the ball right back.
Yeah, that wasn't what you wanted to see there.
No, that's a killer on their 34-yard line. 1st and 10, Rushville. They're in the I formation. It's going to run. The clock's going to run from here on out, folks.
Yep.
And I'd have to assume that Rushville's probably going to run from here on out, too. So gain of 4 on the carry. That's Barrett on the carry for Rushville. He is down to the gain of 3. He's down to the 31. And something exciting to look forward to. They still have to announce the winner of the float.
They do.
So that's coming at the end of the third quarter. Students put in a lot of hard work on that, and we've seen them there before the game. So they're going to announce the winner, and that's when you're going to hear probably the loudest that Connorsville cheer block's going to get.
Exactly.
Tonight.
Yeah, that's one of the favorite things of the homecoming game is the floats.
Under center, there's a pitch left. That's going to be to Barrett again. He's going to be your ball carrier. He's got room, and he may get all the way there.
Go for the pylon.
Nope, they're saying he's short. So gain of 31 on the play. They're going to mark him down at the 2, I believe.
Yeah, him and Sam Pavey both have been busy tonight.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. And, credit to Rushville. Their offense has been, minus the penalties, and I'm sure the coach is not happy about that at all. But minus the penalties that set them back from time to time, they've run a pretty good game plan.
They
and
have.
There's had a chance in the backfield.
Yep, just couldn't
that was
quite
Braden Keller.
take him down.
Braden Keller broke through and had a chance to get him in the back. And may have a Spartan down on this. That's Zane Bentley. And he pops up. Take a lot to hurt a guy like Zane Bentley.
Yep. He is an anchor in there in the middle for the line.
Yeah, and
big strong kid.
Absolutely.
Athletic too.
Franklin County, he was playing out of his mind, having a great game, and had the unfortunate penalty and all that. But
got to stop there. Yeah, he did. He played a great game.
There's a flag on the play.
Things getting chippy in there.
They are getting, and this game is prone for that.
It is.
So we'll see who the flag came in on, and the rule is always don't be the second guy.
Yep,
the second guy gets caught.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think it's any secret that there's no love lost between Connorsville and Rushville.
No, and this big of a deficit, Connorsville's not happy. Rushville's probably rubbing it in just a hair.
Yep.
Long discussion by the crew
Wonder if they're thinking
And if
of
I'm not
tossing
mistaken,
somebody.
that's Rex Blanton out there. That sure was. That was Rex. He's officiating the game. Longtime Connersville resident. And
I haven't seen him ref a game in a while.
yeah, I didn't either. Great camera work. The camera guy got right in there on that. And
he refed a lot of the games when I played.
I'm not sure that they told us what the flag is yet.
I don't know if they have.
Yeah, I don't know that we're going to get a call from the lead official on what the penalty was. I know.
Yeah, based on where they're about to line up, looks like it was a personal foul on us of some sort. Lining up on the opposite 45 instead of the 40.
So we have to just draw the conclusion that one of Connersville's player was the second guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's always the reaction.
It is.
That gets them.
All right, so Rushville, rather, is going to be kicking off from their own 45. So this is going to be a deep kick. If there's any return at all, this might sail right through the end zone.
Yeah, we know he's got a leg from the punts he's had.
Yeah. The kicker for this is going to be number 11 for Rushville. That's Braden Wilson.
Also, they do have a different punter than kicker, but he's still got a
that's
leg.
Right through the end zone.
Almost through the uprights.
Yeah. All right, so Connersville's getting the ball. We weren't informed, but we believe there was some sort of personal foul or unsportsmanlike penalty that set Rushville up on a 15 yards closer to their end zone on that kickoff, and there's no return for Connersville. So we're going to be starting at the 20-yard line on a touchback. And we've talked about it. Maybe it's time.
Yeah.
Let's open up the playbook and get creative.
You'd love for them to see them get something going here.
You know, you may not be playing for the win or the loss, but you do have a sense of pride.
Yep.
And you want to walk out of here on a positive note. So,
Definitely.
we did some things good. There's a handoff that went to the right to Parker Flanagan, and looks like he got stopped at the line or maybe a yard behind. Yeah, he got stopped at the line. 2nd and 10. Connersville is trying to move the ball from their own 20. Split backs. You got Braden Keller and Parker Flanagan in an I form. It's going to be a pitch out to Parker. He's going to take the left side.
Got a little room.
And there's going to be a late hit out of bounds. So that 4-yard gain just turned into a 19-yard gain.
Yeah, he was a good couple yards out before he finally tossed him down. Resulted in the flag there. On our sideline, so we let them hear it.
Yeah, that's going to be a dead ball personal foul on Rushville. So if I'm not mistaken, that should bring us out near maybe the 45.
Yeah.
15-yard go.
42.
It's moving the right way.
Yeah.
We like to see the chain gang moving down the sideline over there. So
yeah, maybe that'll light a little bit of a fire under our offense.
And there is no safety. Rushville is absolutely loading the box.
Yeah,
up.
they are. They're just daring them to.
Absolutely. And this is going to be a
fake
keeper.
Toss.
Oh, and he cuts it back. He's got room to the left. That is number 8, Eric Fox. He's got some blockers, and he is all the way down to Rushville's 12.
Biggest play of the night so far for the Spartan offense.
That was a 50-yard gain, and like we talked about earlier, an 80-yard run.
Yep. Reverse field and found an opening. Got a couple guys out in front.
You love to see that, too, because Eric had that big drop in the first half and made a great catch, fumbled the ball. Rushville got it back. They got points. So for him to break that open, good for him.
Yep.
And that's what we said, find that positive, find something you did right to hang your hat on. Good for him. Connorsville's knocking on the door. They got a chance here.
Yeah, I wonder if Keene isn't a little shaken up. He's got ice on his hand, and he's sitting out. Fox is running QB.
That could be. I wasn't sure if that play was a design QB keeper or if there was just maybe a miscommunication and
It
Fox
looked like
just had
he
to
wanted
tuck
to
and
pitch
go.
it, but yeah. I don't know, it
Kind of
could've
an
been
option
designed.
look to it, right?
It did, yeah.
Yeah, Eric Fox is under center now. Ball is at the 13 of Rushville, 2nd and 9. Fox is under center. 2 wideouts in an I formation, and it's going to be a handoff to the fullback. Is that Braden Keller?
Yep.
Keller takes it up to the 6, and another flag after the play's dead.
It's getting chippy.
Oh, no.
It's like Keller's shaking up. Might be a cramp.
Yeah, he looked like he came out of the pile and then looked like it cramped up on him maybe.
Yeah. We hope it's a cramp.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
No,
he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Hate to see that. Just a great young man all the way around, great athlete.
Yeah.
The dead ball foul is going to be on Rushville. So that is going to be half the distance to goal, I believe, from there, from the end of the run. And he got up to the 6, so Connorsville's going to be looking at good field position. I'll tell you what, while they deal with the down Spartan, Braden Keller, we're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with you right after this short timeout.
Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, gives you the very best deals in tires. Don's has all major brands available in stock and in all price ranges. You can rely on Don's Auto Sales and Tires, in business for over 40 years. And Don's Auto Sales has a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles in prices ranging from $1,000 to $30,000. Need new tires or a quality vehicle? Available from Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, Connorsville. The phone number is 825-7730.
All right, we are back here at Spartan Field where the Connorsville Spartans are trailing 44-0 against Rushville Lions. However, great offensive drive here has got the Spartans down to the 3 of Rushville with a chance to get some points. The unfortunate part is Braden Keller was the Spartan on that handoff, and he is being assisted off the field now with, it looks like, some sort of leg injury. Hoping it's not anything too serious. We wish him the best, and hopefully he's back on the field in no time.
Yeah, he's a very important piece of this team, both offense and defense.
And we see him being carried over to the sideline, and he's a tough kid.
Yeah,
I can tell you this: if there's a way for him to get back in the game, he's going to figure it out. But regardless of what it is, he's going to work his butt off to get back.
Yep.
So we are back to the field of play. They have spotted the ball on Connorsville's 3-yard line. I formation. We've got Fox under center. It's going to be a handoff left.
Oh.
And that was a great play.
It was. Good tackle.
That was Coons on the handoff, and he got stood up there by a couple Rushville defenders. So 2nd down. We did get the automatic first down off of the penalty there.
Yep.
So we are 2nd and goal to go.
Really hope they can punch this one in here to get some confidence.
Yeah, let's punch this in, take away some positivity from it.
Yep.
I formation again. Fox is under center. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff up the middle, and he's going to take it in for a Spartan touchdown.
They threw a flag. They're going to get a hold on the outside there, I think.
Oh, no. There's a flag down.
Yep.
Wait on the call from the official, but I think you're right. That's the unfortunate part on those sweep plays.
Yep.
You get excited, and then you just, there's always that chance that somebody held to make that much space.
Yeah, when they're running behind you, you only have that split second. Whenever that player that's running the ball cuts, if the tackler goes one way and you're holding them a little bit, they're going to throw it every time. It's just unfortunate part of the game.
So that's going to bring Connorsville back to the 13 of Rushville. This is going to be second down and goal to go. So, I don't hate the tight end play over the middle.
Yeah, the pop pass.
Yeah,
that'd be ideal in this situation.
Rushville sideline's probably they're not going to do that again. We picked it off last
especially
time.
with a new quarterback in
Absolutely.
there,
Absolutely.
They're not going to expect it. Could be wide open.
And quarter's going to run out. We are still on the running clock. So that's going to be the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a 60-second break, and we'll be back with you here in 1 minute.
Looking for fast, reliable internet that keeps you connected without the headaches? Meet Hill-Fi Internet, your local solution for fast speeds and unbeatable service. With Hill-Fi, you'll experience seamless streaming and quick downloads. Plus, you never have to worry about your bill increasing. Your price is guaranteed for as long as you're a customer. Fayette County's fast, local, reliable choice. Hill-Fi Internet, where great service meets local care. Visit hillfi.com or call 692-3045.
George's Pharmacy and Medical Equipment welcomes you to stop by our Connorsville location at 330 East 5th Street. George's is proud to offer you friendly hometown service and the convenience of delivery. Also, our medical equipment staff is there to help with whatever you need. George's Floral and Gifts has that special something for any occasion. George's, we are here for you. 765-825-6251.
All right, we are back here at Spartan Field where we are on a running clock. We had to flip sides at the end of the third quarter. Nonetheless, we're looking at a second down, I believe, and goal to go, and we're going to be on about the 13-yard line. So 13 yards to go, 13 yards to the promised land, like they say, for Connorsville to try to get into the end zone for the first time tonight, Andrew.
Yeah, I think it's important that they punch it in here.
A couple key no injuries. Fox is under center, playing quarterback position. Braden Keller just came out limping. There's going to be a pitch right. Some Rushville players got into the backfield, but he turned something out of it.
Good hard run there by Parker Flanagan.
Yeah, it looks like there might be a rush. No, he's getting up. Yeah, that was turning something out of nothing.
Yeah, he ran through a lot of contact there.
All right, and we have been given the official winner of the float contest. Juniors took it. The juniors won the float contest. I know that is going to make a few people I know very happy because they were quite concerned coming to the game. I want to know who won.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the juniors. They did a great job on the float, as did all the other classes.
They did.
I think the juniors looked better than all. I may be biased just a little bit. But, yeah, all the kids did a great job. Juniors did win the contest. And I think there's some sort of monetary, So the ranking of the floats, juniors won first place, so they're awarded $200. Seniors got second place, they get $125. Sophomores got third place, so they will receive $75. And the freshmen came in last with fourth place, and they get $50. So all of them got something for their effort.
Good. And they all do put in a lot of hard work on those floats.
Did. And not only that, they went to school today. They had a field trip. Then they had the homecoming parade right after school. Had to come out here and then get the floats ready again. So they've done a lot of hard work this week.
Yeah, long days.
Good for them. Proud of them. All right, Fox is under center. Third down, goal to go. He's going to drop back and throw the ball. Oh,
got
maybe
there a little
little
early, yeah.
Maybe a little backside jersey grab there.
Didn't call it, though. There was definitely some contact, but no flag thrown, so.
All right, so fourth down for the Spartans, and at this point, I don't know. This is a good topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Do you take the field goal just to get some points, or?
We got the kicker. I know it may be just a confidence builder, but yeah, I know he can make it, but
I'm just thinking morale-wise.
Yeah.
Like, this may be the closest you get. Put a
you
3
hate
up
to
there.
see a goose egg on there, but they're going to go for it.
Pitch right.
Halfback pass.
Yeah.
He's wide
open.
He got it.
That's going to be a touchdown. No flags, right?
Nope, I don't see any.
That's a clean play.
That was. Good play call there.
Great concept there. And that is going to be Brody Shear on. And he's the one that caught the
the pop pass.
The pop pass there, playing tight end, and he did. I physically watched him. He got a nice little block there, released off of it, and just sailed right in.
Yep, wide open back there.
Good play call there.
That was. Spartans needed that for morale, for sure.
All right, we are going to line up and go for 2 as well. Fox is going to be under center. Kingston's going to be wide out on the far side. And I can't tell who is. It's going to be Whitaker. And that's Flanagan. He's going to carry it left. 2-point conversion's good, so Connorsville is on the board. It is it's Connorsville 8, Rushville 44. This is the war on 44. We got 9 minutes, 28 seconds left in the third quarter. We're going to be back with you right after this 60-second break.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Connorsville Spartan football on TV3. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor for your investment needs by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's events like this game that make our community such a great place in which to live, work, and play. All of us at FCN Bank applaud the CHS Spartans for their hard work and dedication. Thank you for reminding us once again why we all choose to call this place home. FCN, building stronger communities, one great local event at a time. Go CHS Spartans. Good luck. FCN Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Spartan Field, where you are watching Spartan football here live on TV3. This is the War on 44, and Andrew, we just seen Connorsville do something that they have not been able to do through the first 3 quarters, and that was get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, big momentum builder there. I mean, something they can build on, something positive. Drove the ball down the field and had a really good drive there. They needed it.
You know, and as a coach, and I know you're a coach as well, I coach soccer, I've coached basketball. When you're getting blown out, there is just a different kind of hurt when you walk away with a goose egg.
Yep, there is.
You know, you score some points, and at least you can walk away with your head held a little bit high and go, you know what, we did do some things that worked, and we can build off of it.
Yep. Yeah, I think you really got to heart making positive plays that you can build on, you know, for future games, so you don't get down. You know what I mean? Like,
sure,
you don't want the morale to get down, so you just anything you can build on.
All right, let's see if that puts a little spark in Connorsville's defense. It's going to be a handoff to Beretta. He gets wrapped up.
He closed up the hole nice there.
Maybe a couple yard gain there. So they've still got Keller here on the sideline. That's a good sign. They're not having to take him anywhere to do any more work on him right now. He may not come back in, but it's still a good sign, right?
Yep, definitely.
Like to see that.
Yeah, you hope it's nothing too serious.
So Rushville's going to line up. They're going to be in the I formation, it looks like, with 2 lined out wide right. A little bit of motion there. Jarman takes a snap, direct handoff to the fullback, and that's Pavey.
Yeah, I think we got a touchdown saving tackle there. I think he was going to break that. He snuck right through there. They weren't expecting it.
His run type and his body type reminds me a little bit of Mike Allstott.
Yeah, yep.
Just a real thick guy that's a downhill runner.
Yep, and he really hits that hole quick on the
dive.
Does.
And they're doing it again.
He just pops right through there.
Yeah. Good 8-yard carry there for Pavey. He's going to bring that up to the 45 Connorsville. 45 at Connorsville there. Rushville knocking on the door again, and after the chippiness going back and forth, you know that they're not wanting to put the brakes on.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that really makes it difficult on you when you hit that dive that quick.
Yeah. I formation again. It's going to be a pitch left, and that's going to go to Beretta. He cuts it out left again.
Good
Flag
tackle.
on the play. Looks like it's going to be a hold there on the tackle. Just reminding you, it is a running clock due to the score. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left roughly here. I missed the call. Did he call a holding?
I think so.
They're backing up, so it's good for the Spartans either way. It is a hold.
Yeah, I think they had a hold on the left tackle or the left edge of the offense. I didn't see the player, but
all right, so that's going to make it second down and about 12 to go, I believe.
they've had a lot of penalties, wipe out positive plays, but
yeah.
So-
Yeah. Connorsville's played relatively clean.
Yep.
But yeah, Rushville, who knows what the score would be if they wouldn't have brought themselves back. And there's a big run. That's going to be another great run, and that is, hey, that's the punter.
Yeah, 17.
Playing some dual roles there. That's Ralph Eakins. He's the one who dropped the punt on the 2-yard line and then just had a big carry. It's going to be timeout Rushville. We're going to take a 30-second break here on this timeout. We'll be right back with you after this break.
Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency is dedicated to protecting you and your family at a price you can afford. Wilson Lawson Myers are licensed insurance professionals striving to be your agency of choice. Wilson Lawson Myers is an independent agency representing numerous companies for all your needs. Finding the right insurance begins with finding the right agency. That is Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency at 521 Central Avenue in Connorsville. Phone 825-5111.
All right, welcome back to Spartan Field, where you're watching Spartan football. This is a war on 44. It's been a battle. We can say that. Unfortunately, the score is not going to indicate that if you just look at the score.
Yep.
But Connorsville's fought hard.
They have.
And here recently, their offense got some movement, got the ball down the field, and was able to poke it in. So they got on the scoreboard, took the goose egg off.
And you like to see players not give up, you know, when they get down big.
Absolutely. Yeah,
As
show
long
that
as they're still
resilience
putting
and
in
that grit.
effort and, you know, acting like they care still, that's when you know you got a good, tough squad.
Sure. You build a lot of character through the downtime.
Definitely.
It's not always on the mountaintop. So.
Yep.
Rushville's got a chance again. They're on their, they're on the 35 of Connorsville. High formation. Jarman, no, it's not Jarman. He's
Nope,
out.
They got a backup in now, I think.
Either way, the pitch went left. And there was a gain of maybe 2 on the play. And that was Ryder Hatton. We've got another Spartan down on the field.
This one looks like a cramp, the way the trainer's stretching his calf out.
Yeah, and that's Brody Shearer, who's had a couple big plays, including that
He
big
has,
touchdown
yep.
grab. While we're dealing with this, we just want to remind you again about the chance you have to help the Connorsville High School and the Spartan Athletics in this T-Mobile sweepstakes that they're in. There's directions on the Connorsville Athletics page. You can go there on their Facebook page. And then it's very simple. If you have an Instagram, you create an Instagram post that includes a picture of the sports program or the school or the fields, Spartan Bowl, for instance. Ensure that you tag at T-Mobile and at Connorsville_high_school. And it has to include these 2 hashtags. It is hashtag FNGL and hashtag sweepstakes. If you share that on your Instagram post, you are helping these student athletes have a chance for better facilities and ultimately try to get a $2 million makeover to the Spartan football program. So if you get a chance to do that, we'd love to see you help. Rushville had a chance there. They rolled out, and it looked like the receiver had room. He couldn't bring it in.
I think he turned his eyes upfield to run before he had complete control of it.
And that was number 27,
He had a lot of
Lucas
open
Blankenship, that rolled out there. Let's see, they got a quarterback change here. This is going to be Caleb Short Ogunmola. You take a crack at that.
Yeah, Caleb Short Ogunmola.
I think it's what it is. Let's go with Caleb. Let's go with Caleb on that. So Caleb drops back. He rolls right. Lets one fly. It's going to be short. Good defense here.
Good coverage.
That was number 30, Kanan Kurtzinger, on the coverage. Down to 3 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock.
Looks like we're getting some new faces in there for both squads.
That's good. Give them some time.
Yep.
And
This is a good opportunity in games like this. I know you hate to see games like this.
Sure.
It's a good opportunity to get those kids some playing time and some important reps.
It's important. They need to get in these real life games.
They do.
And take the real hits and get built for what they're going to step into in their sophomore, junior, senior years.
Yeah, you can only simulate it so much
Absolutely.
in practice.
All right, and Rushville's going to stop the clock with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left. Rushville's up 44, Connorsville 8 in this war on 44. We're going to step out and take a 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back after the break.
Whitewater Eye Center of Connorsville provides quality vision care for every member of your family. This includes routine eye care, treatment for eye diseases and injuries. Services that include glasses, frames for every budget, sunglasses, and contact lenses. Schedule an appointment today at 765-825-6000, located at 2045 Virginia Avenue. Complete vision care for every member of your family, yours at the Whitewater Eye Center, Connorsville, where your vision is our focus.
Welcome back to Spartan Field, where you're watching Spartan football here on TV3. Been a rough night so far for Connorsville, but showing some life here at the end. Rushville is up 44-8. Connorsville's got the ball, and they're going to air it out on the first play.
Oh. Had a chance there.
That looked like, is that Kingston?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kingston ran a great route. Had a couple steps on the defender. Uh-oh.
Player down in the backfield. Looks like another cramp.
Boy, this dry heat that we've had, almost, and probably should have talked about it more in the pregame, that it's just, you got to stay real hydrated in these times.
Definitely.
Here late in the game, it looks like that's catching up to us. And that's Eric Fox.
Yep, it is.
It's our second string quarterback. So we're going down here. Let's see who the Spartans are going to put under center now.
Oh, Cooper Montgomery. I coached Cooper last year. He's a freshman.
I had Cooper in soccer.
Good kid.
And yeah, he is a real good kid. Good family.
Yep.
Let's see him drop a bomb here.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You know what I mean?
He's got the arm.
That was a great pitch. Hey, there's
good blocking. They're gonna.
Yeah, there's
a little scuffle there.
Yeah, I was waiting to see the laundry fly on that.
Yeah. The ref there in front of him had his back turned, so no harm, no foul.
Boy, think about the world that Cooper's in right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Homecoming. All your friends and family are here, and they're like, hey, by the way, you're in.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yep.
Boy, it'd be cool, though, if he just threw a bomb for a touchdown.
It would.
Connorsville lines up with two wideouts in the I formation. Cooper takes the snaps direct to the fullback. He gets rolled. I couldn't see who was in on the stop there, but Coons had a great carry and got a couple hard yards and got flipped upside down.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a deep one here. A minute to go.
Connorsville's looking at a 2nd and 8. Ball is on Connorsville's 47. A minute left. We are down to 60 seconds left in this game. See if Connorsville can do anything with that time remaining.
They're in the gun, dropping back.
Uh-oh. This might be Cooper's throwing debut. Airs one up. Oh, he's got him.
Oh. Just off the fingertips.
Listen.
That was a good ball.
For a first throw?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's, I'm betting Mom somewhere in the stands with the phone like this got a good picture of that. So, good for him. Good experience here.
Yeah, I think if the corner didn't make a little bit of contact there.
Oh, we got some rain falling.
Oh, right
Holy
toward the end.
cow, good work, camera guy.
I can't even see it.
You can almost hear how thirsty the ground is out there.
Yeah.
Pitch left.
Good cut.
That is going to be number 30. That is Kanan Kirchsinger on the carry. And that's going to be the game. That's going to be the game here. Rushville comes in on the war on 44. They score 44 on the Spartans. The Spartans return with 8. Rushville takes the win. We're going to be right back for the post-game show in 1 minute.
Are you needing some excavating work done, but don't want to pay the high prices for renting the equipment? Fortified Equipment has a mini excavator and track steer for rent. Our equipment is well maintained and comes with heating and air conditioning, perfect for any weather. To rent your equipment, visit fortifiedbuildingsllc.com. Get your project done on time and under budget.
Have you ever dreamed of building your dream home but thought it was too expensive? The expert builders at Fortified Buildings LLC has a solution for you. Fortified Buildings specializes in building high-quality barndominiums that have a unique style and are also very energy efficient, saving you money on heating and cooling your home. Call the experts at Fortified Buildings LLC at 3035-639-374 to start planning your dream home today.
All right, welcome back to Spartan Field, where Rushville came over and took care of business with a big win, 44-8 over the Connersville Spartans. War on 44. Rushville gets the trophy this year, and they get to take it back over until next year when Connersville comes to visit. You are watching the post-game show that is brought to you by Fortified Buildings LLC. Andrew, what's your last and final thoughts for this evening?
Yeah, Rushville just came to play. They're a tough football team, and they just came here and got the job done. Anything they wanted to do, they pretty much did.
It was as simple as that. They came over, they imposed their will, and they're walking out of here with the hardware.
They are.
So that's going to wrap up the coverage from tonight's game. It is homecoming, so there's going to be a lot of kids out driving and looking all dolled up over the next couple days. So pay attention out there. We hope you have a great night. For John back in the studio, Justin, and all the camera crew out here at the field, and for Andrew, this is Clint signing off from TV3. We hope you have a great night.